Hey, everybody. Hope you are doing well on this. Gosh, I don't even know what day it is. Wednesday evening. So appreciate everybody tuning in and joining us. So we host these things when I'm not traveling, so that we can give updates to what we've been working on at necoTECH. So we are raising our first equity round on WeFunder. We call it a community round, which allows all of you to join our community. So you get to participate in our success as we scale the company. So there is equity to be had at a future date. So we're raising under a safe, but all the terms are on WeFunder. But also, we're starting to see the power of having you all involved with the business, having the network that we can go and ask favors of and ask questions to. Got introductions to people that have helped us grow the company through the people that have joined the community or invested in necoTECH. So that's pretty cool to see the power of that. It's going to be fun to watch that grow over time. When we go out for our first hiring, when we look for different customer bases or testing places to do our thing, we will be reaching out through this community, through this network. So super powerful thing. I think you are going to start to see a lot more companies doing equity community rounds, whether it's the WeFunder or another platform. The Jobs Act completely changed the way that companies can raise capital. And with venture capital slowing down a little bit, the private equity market and the shakeup and the uncertainty, this is the opportunity for smaller investors to be able to get into the big investor game, and for companies to be able to tap their communities and the network for funding. So, all that said, I wanted to answer a couple questions. And we had been thinking, the last time I did one of these was a few weeks. I've been traveling like crazy. It's been busy, but it's been fun. We've been doing a lot of different things with the Air Force, with the different projects that we've got going on. And so I'm going to go over a couple of those this evening quickly here. And just wanted to say hello to a couple of people, see people on here. So Chad, how's it going? Ludovic, always appreciate you tuning in, man. So hopefully your travel schedule is going well. I know you're out at trade shows all the time here. So now that they're back, so thanks for tuning in here. Chris, thanks for hopping on. Appreciate it. So, and let's see, Christina, thank you. Thanks for tuning in. So, anyways, let's go over a couple questions that we had. So, one is what products are we doing currently? What are we working on at necoTECH? So, you guys might hear me talk about sustainable infrastructure, sustainable equipment, and sustainable process management. So what does that exactly mean, right? So for us, this whole thing started with waste plastics and asphalt. So we saw the plastic crisis out in the world, and we saw our infrastructure deteriorating at a rapid rate. And so our idea was to make those solve each other. So we were talking about this back in 2008 in my MBA. We competed on the venture circuit, won a lot of different competitions, but it was just a little bit too early to the market. So we set it on the back burner and stayed involved and found that the market showed up, right? So now sustainability is talked about everywhere. And so that's what we're doing. So we've been fortunate enough to develop relationships with the Air Force and with the Army Corps of Engineers. And so we're leveraging those relationships, leveraging those research centers and the testing that can happen with those as our R&D partners to fully develop and build out an amazing product line in the asphalt industry. And then it's evolved way beyond that. So one of the technologies that we actually licensed from the Army Corps of Engineers is a rapid heating asphalt machine. And I'm going to give you a sneak peek here. Let's see if this works. Hey, all right. So the other week, we were able to produce a bunch of these mixtures. These are tubes of asphalt that we are actually creating for the Air Force. And it's a proprietary mix design and a proprietary heating system after the mix is made that reheats the asphalt and allows the Air Force to rapidly repair runways. So whether that's from weather damage, natural maintenance issues, or enemy fire, this is something that the Air Force is highly interested in. So we are scaling this out. We're about to wrap up the phase 2. We're in the final months of our phase 2 with this. We call this product Hot Patch on Demand. So right now it's in the DoD system, in the military, funded through the DoD, funded through the Air Force contracts that we have on this one. And then our next step is working to get this out to look at a commercial based solution. So scaling it down, we don't need to be as robust over in the traditional commercial market as we do with the military. So this was something we had our team out at. We were mixing asphalt. So thanks to a local village that actually has the same machine that the Air Force has. So shout out to the village of Milford Center, Ohio. We appreciate you accommodating us and letting us test out there. We even filled a pothole in the street so that we'll be able to go over and evaluate it all year long and see how it performs. So we've got Zach and John here filling out some asphalt, filling some tubes. There's Sam with the village. So he was a great support and helping us get all this stuff done. And this basically is mixed the same way the Air Force would mix out on base, on site. So we're testing that to see whether they can make it in the field. It's a little bit different. So you can see the skid steer there. And then we've got tubes. So this is prototyping phase. This is proof of concept, minimum viable product. We're not going to be using Menards tubes. We've got a big order of tubes coming in this next couple of weeks because we're going to be scaling this up to a bigger batch mixer now. So pretty cool with that. And I will go in and kind of show you what we're talking about here. So these are the 3 main things that we are working on right now in necoTECH. So when we say sustainable materials, that is Hot Patch on Demand and our RPMA, or recycled polymer modified asphalt. So that is literally taking plastic waste, putting it in asphalt as a modifier and enhancer to the asphalt, solves the plastic waste problem in a sustainable way, increases the life cycle of the pavement as well. So super interested in that. We have a Air Force contract under that one as well, and the Army Corps of Engineers, the Engineer Research Development Center down in Vicksburg, Mississippi, is going to be doing testing with us on that. Super excited about the growth of that product line. We're working on some really cool things, some that I can't really discuss, but partnering with some different agencies inside the asphalt industry to help scale this in a big way. So this will be something that you'll see out there. This will eventually be in almost every asphalt product out there. And in my opinion, you're going to see a lot more sustainable uses of tires and polymer in pavement design. All the agencies are asking for sustainability, but also asking for longevity, right? We got to find a way that we don't have to put another $1 trillion into our infrastructure in 5, 10, 20 years. That's going to start with preventative maintenance. That's going to start with better products going into the original product design. Hot Patch on Demand, that's the one I just showed you where we're making the tubes. Final stages of R&D with that, with the phase 2 with the Air Force. We'll be wrapping up that one. And then the one that we're focusing heavily on is the robotic crack sealing, and our friends and partners over at RMV, or Robotic Maintenance Vehicle. They're doing the DOT side of things with Sealmaster and are out doing demos live. It's hard to miss, at least in my feed anymore, this machine out there. Every week it's out showing engineers the future of maintenance, basically. So this makes our workers safer on the roads, eliminates a lot of the crews that are out there, and does a better job of material control. So we are the DoD and federal partner on this product line. So we are taking it. We've already got a phase 1. We just submitted a phase 2 contract. So that'd be a $750,000 contract to engineer the Air Force version of this. We pulled in partners galore to help us engineer. and make this thing as robust as possible for our nation's defense. And super excited to be getting it out. We'll be working with Luke Air Force Base in Arizona. Just had a meeting with those guys last week. Amazing group of guys down there. Super excited about innovation and technology. This is the things that they've been looking for, right? So the Air Force wants innovation. We are fortunate enough to be engaged with them and have won 6 Air Force contracts in the last 24 months and no sign of slowing down. We've actually got a queue of about 6 to 10 things that we'll be submitting over the next few months, each worth anywhere from 75,000 up to 1.2 million. So that's the benefit that we're really doing and differently than most startups. We are doubling down with large scale contracts, R&D contracts, de-risking with non-dilutive capital, make sure that we fully engineer products to the best quality that they can be. So allows us to debug, de-risk, and test with a beta customer that is the size, is the DoD, that has the size of contracts that can get us to a major milestone as far as a startup growth, but then also signals to the commercial market what's possible. So super excited about this as we go, and this goes in. So that hopefully answers the questions of what we're working on. This is just our slide deck. You can see some of the partners that we have out there. But I was really trying to show you this slide. So we got the question, hey, Steve, necoTECH is the name that we see everywhere. What's this Neco Brands? So I thought I've answered this one before, but trying to make it more clear and what you're seeing of how we build, right? So Neco Brands is our parent organization. Think of it as the holding company or the umbrella, right? So Neco Brands is our C Corp. That is where the investment takes place. So if you go to our WeFunder and invest, that is where you are actually putting your money into, is Neco Brands. Neco Brands is the owner of, thanks marketing team. Neco Brands is the owner of necoTECH. So necoTECH is our operating company. It is the one that has all the IP, the patents, the license agreements, and the cage codes with the military. So that allows us to do our military contracts, allowed us to license the technologies. It's where all our trademarks lie as well. And then NecoCrete, NecoPave, NecoWaste, and NecoPlastics are all sub-brands of Neco Brands. Now, those are not fully stood up operating companies yet. They're more the industries or the sectors, and it allows us to differentiate between asphalt and concrete, waste and recycling. So those are the future things, and that's what we're talking to some investors about, funding some of our technologies and or operating companies underneath those brands. But the cool thing is what we're offering is the investment in Neco Brands. So you get the whole thing. We're not going to be doing that all the time. So I'll just leave it at that. With our government capital and everything else, we're going to be scaling in a very unique way that allows us to grow differently. So let's see. Let's see, there's the team. There was one thing I wanted to get to here. So, all right. This is a little more side shot of the robotic maintenance vehicle. So this is the starting point is a crack seal kettle. So this thing is out there crack sealing the roads, which is the number one thing to do for pavement to preserve it. Crack sealing is only the start of what we'll be able to do with this. So that's where we've got things lined up, and having the partners with the Air Force, we're going to be looking at other things that the robot can do. So really, you'll see if you look at our WeFunder, we shifted the messaging, so robots fixing roads. That's basically the kind of the messaging that we're looking to convey. That is what's possible with the technology. So sustainable equipment, so more efficient, more economical ways of maintaining our infrastructure, and then sustainable materials, things like our RPMA, the recycled polymer modified asphalt, going into those equipment. or into those machines. So that is the majority of it. Let's see, Ludovic, I see your question. Are you using LLDP for your recycling waste? That is one of them. We are looking at the whole plastic spectrum. And quite frankly, we've got multiple mixed designs using different waste materials altogether. So not even just plastic. We're working with rubber recycling, glass recycling. We truly feel that you can get to almost 100%, if not 100%, sustainable materials back into roads and infrastructure. So when you think about it, and you can break down either through chemical recycling or regular mechanical recycling, we can engineer waste materials, or what some people would call waste, right? So the old saying, one person's trash is another person's treasure. That's kind of the concept of what all this is. So our philosophy is, why go get virgin feedstock and have to mine and process new feedstock when we can use the stuff that's already out there? So recover that, do it in a sustainable way, do it in a highly engineered way, but putting it into our infrastructure that allows us to be less expensive than the virgin feedstock, which allows us to put it in more places, making the infrastructure last longer. So the polymer modified pavement's been out for decades. It's expensive. That's the reason that it's not used everywhere. So by using recycled feedstock, you can lower the economics, and you can actually increase the usage of it, which makes our roads and infrastructure last longer, which decreases our maintenance costs, which makes your taxes go further, which means that theoretically, right? But once they raise, they already know that they can raise, right? So, but politicians, you should be more responsible and make sure that those tax dollars are stretched, right? So being a former elected official, I can say that. Been there, done that. And we tried to maximize our budgets when with the office I held locally. So anyways, I can get into a deep tangent. So we'll probably end it there. Very much appreciate all your guys' time, your support, the messages that you guys keep sending us, the community that is building and growing. It is truly a blessing to be on this journey, this trip. The team that we've got is outstanding. Seeing them work every day, every week is quite remarkable, because we're a small team, guys. We've got a team of 6 people that are building things that we're competing with Fortune 100 companies. The cool thing is we're partnering with those Fortune companies. So it's not just, competition, we're collaborating. So if there's one thing that we're really good at, it's partnerships and collaboration, making sure that we're stretching our dollars and thinking about things differently, right? So raising capital differently, doing R&D differently, validation testing with somebody like the Air Force, somebody like the Army. That is what is the unique part. So that's kind of like the secret sauce. We found that, we've embraced it, and we're one of the fastest growing companies inside the DoD. So it's mind-boggling sometimes. Like I think I've said before on these, anytime I get that imposter syndrome or the growth, you're always wondering, are you building the right thing? Are you obtaining and setting goals appropriately? I'll read those letters of support that we have from the Air Force and the Army, and it's like, man, I would have never pictured this when we set out and when we started. So seeing that type of stuff happen, everything's a 10-year overnight success. So, but it's like I said, I'm blessed, and the things that we're working on really are going to have an impact on the world, which with 5 kids, that's my true driver. So profit with a purpose. So make sure that you're doing something that's going to leave the world in a better place, leave a legacy, and and being able to get paid to do it is fun too. But join us. So I think I think I can put it back. Let's see if I can figure it out as good as the marketing team. There, sweet. See, I got skills. All right. So you can go to wefunder.com/necoTECH, or just go to WeFunder and search necoTECH, and you can check out our offering. All the things are filed with the SEC. We did extend our offering date. So originally we ended it April 30th. Due to demand, we extended it. So we will leave that open. I'm not going to commit to any timeline. So technically, I've got till next year to leave that open. I can tell you right now, I won't be leaving it open that long. So I can't commit to a time. We can max out at $1 million with that raise, and we'll see. So join us, join the adventure. There's going to be a lot more to come. There's a lot of things that we're working on. What I miss? Okay, I missed something. Hang on. But yeah, join us, and there's a lot more things that we'll be announcing. So one thing we did do, so Next Cycle Michigan. So we are part of that. It'll be the largest sustainability program on roads that they're doing up in Michigan. So we got a lot more to come on that. We're in that program from now until September. So we're going to be analyzing recycled polymer modified asphalt, working with some universities and some municipalities up in Michigan. So that's cool. And then, I guess we did win a award. So we were selected as a Tech Connect Innovation Award for 2022. So I will be going out to Washington, D.C. next month. We're one of the top 100 startups that are in the SBIR programs that were awarded this designation. So appreciate it. Really cool to be out there. We're going to be in front of some of our nation's top leaders in the DoD and the federal markets, showcasing the RMV, Hot Pod, and all of our other technologies. So yeah, always cool to get the accolades and the awards. They're fun, but we're focused on execution. So it's the chance to go execute and share the technologies that excites me more than just the award itself. But everybody likes trophies and awards, I guess. So I'll embrace those too. Anyways, longer than I wanted to chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Send us messages. Our team is very good at sorting those out and getting any questions to us and either answer them directly or answer them through these AMAs. So I would try to continue to do these regularly. I know I had said weekly before. That is super tough given my travel schedule. But I will try my best to get on here and update you also, because we very much appreciate it. And we got a lot of momentum to be excited about. So everyone have a wonderful rest of their Wednesday evening. Finish out the week strong. And I will see you all again very soon. Take care.